Ever wondered how to work with date, time, and everything in between in Python? Well, in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you everything you need to know about the date time module in Python. By the end of this tutorial, you will learn things such as how to get a current date and time, how to create your custom date and time, and finally, we'll be wrapping everything up with how to format this date and time into our desired output. There is a lot to learn in this single tutorial, so make yourself available and let's roll. Alright, so we start off by importing the datetime module, which comes pre-installed when you install Python. So to import it, you just write import and you write datetime, and that's it. So all you need to import this library is just this line of code. Just write import datetime and you are good to go. The first thing on our agenda is how to get the current date and time. And to do that, first we need to create a datetime object. Okay, so to create a datetime object, we'll just name this current date and time. And this will be equal to datetime.datetime. So datetime.datetime creates a datetime object for you. And to get the current date and time, just add .now to it. And after adding .now, this will get you your current date and time. So I'm going to print this so that you see what is our current date and time on the terminal. And after running this, you can clearly see that we have our current date and time. So the date is 2024-12, which stands for the month of December, and 21st right here, which is today's date. Then followed by the time. So the time is in this particular format, the hour, the minute, and the seconds. All right, so that's the format in which this particular output comes. And you can see how easy to get your current date and time using the datetime module. Up next, we'll move on to how to get the current time, which is the next thing on our agenda. So I'll call this current time, and current time is equal to our datetime object we've already created. So we've created a datetime object at the top here. So that's current date and time. We'll copy it, we'll paste it right here, and we'll just add dot time here. So this will now go ahead to give us our current time only. This helps you to only work with the time. If you want to get the time from the separate the time from the date, you can use this particular method to get it. So I'll also print this and see if we get only the time this time around. So let me run this quickly, and at the down here you can see we are now only having the time. So the next thing is, how do we get the dates? Okay, maybe you only need to work with the date and not the time. That's also pretty much simple, which we are going to do. So we'll call that current date. Let me just do this and get this, and this will be equal to our current date time dot dates. Okay, and this will give us our current date. So I'll also go ahead and print that. So I'll print our current date, and by doing this, you can clearly see, let me raise the terminal, we are able to get our current date and time, we are able to get our current time, and also able to get our current date. So you can clearly see how easy it is. You can get your date time together, you can get your date separately, you can also get your time separately. All you need to do is to first create a date time object, which is equal to datetime.datetime. When you add now to it, this gives you both the date and the time right now, right? Then after that, if you want to get your current time, use this object you've created here to get the time. Use the same object to get the date. So next on our agenda is how to create our custom date and time. So let's say you want to create your custom date and time, and based on that date and time you want to trigger some events in your code. That's also pretty much easy to do. So to do that, let's first create our custom date. So we'll call this custom dates, and this is equal to datetime.datetime. Then inside here you give it your custom particular date you want to give. So it goes from year, so you start with the year. Okay, So let's give it the year to be maybe 2024. I use numbers, so let's do 2024. And from the year you have to put in the month. So we want let me put 11 here, which is November. And finally you give in the day. So when you put the day, you can put let's say any day at all. So I would like to put 10th of November 2024. And voila, just by writing this, you have created your custom date. Okay, you have created your custom date, and we'll go ahead and now print our custom date we have created. Okay, so let's test this out by running this code. And you can see we've created our custom date, which is at the bottom here. So we have our custom date, but one thing you can clearly also see that we have 0000 here for time. And this is because we've not given any value to the time. So if we want to create another time here, we can continue by adding the time as well. So let's say I want to add a time saying maybe 12, then I want to add 30, and you can also add the seconds, which is maybe 45 seconds. So this will now create both date and time for you. Okay, so you can see now we have both date and time created. But let's say you only want the time, you only want the date. So if you only want the date, you can get rid of the rest of this, and you can only keep the dates here. And later in this video, I'll teach you how to format this particular date so that you only get the date and you don't have the other zeros that we are having here. Finally, let me teach you how to format date and time using the datetime module in Python. So to format date and time, we'll try to format our current date and time we've created at the top here. So I'll call this format underscore date underscore time. And this is going to be our current date time. And to format it, we have a method we call strf, right? Time. So I don't know, the name is kind of weird, but I think there should be a particular meaning to it, but I just know we use this particular one to format it. And inside this parentheses, you have to give the format in which you want to put your date and time. So we start from the date, and we know the format for the date goes from year, so year, month, and a particular day. Okay, but if you want to change it from let's say you want to make it day, month, and year, you can also do it just by specifying in this particular uh string. So let me put up this string here, and let's say we want to make it year, day, and month. So for year, then you have to just type in percent y. So percent y stands for year. And then the next thing you have to type is how you want to separate it, so your separator. So I can choose to separate with forward slash. So I'll have the year forward slash, and then I can do percent here m. I'll teach you different ways of formatting it, so don't worry. Percent m, which stands for the month, and I'll also put a forward slash, and I'll add another percent d. So percent D stands for the day. So I'm now having this as what? Year, month, and day. And I'll go ahead and add the time to as well. So we know with the time is hours, hours, minutes, and then the seconds. So for the hours, you can add percent H for the hours, and we want to separate them by this colon, and you have to go ahead and add percent m, which is for the minutes, and finally you can also add percent s for the seconds. So this is how you can format it, but I will teach you how to customize this format to any way you like it. So let's first print it to see how it looks. Okay, so over here you can see we have the year, the month, and the day, which is exactly how we've specified here. But let's say if you want the day to be first, then here should be percent D. If you want the month to be second and the year to be last, then you can put percent Y here. So this will now arrange them as day, month, and year. And you can see how simple it is. The same thing applies to the time. If you want the minutes to be first, you want the seconds to be first, you can just make sure you alter this particular arrangement here. But usually time is hours, minutes, and seconds, so I'll leave that one here. Okay, so there are other things you can also do as well. Let's say instead of 12 here, you want to get December, right? So instead of 12, we can choose to get December, which we can also specify just A here instead of let's say instead of M here, we can specify A, right? If I'm right, it should be uppercase A, and this will put December right there. Okay, so this A is for, I think it's for the day, so it has placed Saturday instead. Sorry, so that is for the day, so this has placed what, Saturday here. Okay, if you put a lowercase a here, so it's actually a table which you can look up and you will see all of them. I'll put the link to look up to this table in the description, and then you can put whatever you want to put. So if you put lowercase a, you can see Saturday here, which is SAT, so short form of Saturday. Uppercase A will give you the full word, which is the full Saturday. You can do the same thing for the year as well. I think for Y, instead of Y, you can put I think B to get the year, right? You can put %B to get a full year. So %B here should give me the full year, which is, you can see, December. Okay, so this is very easy to do. It's just a table you look up and then you put whatever you want, and that's how you can easily format these dates and time using Python. Okay, so before we even conclude, there is one thing. You can also put lowercase b here, and lowercase b will give you instead of December, it will give you the short form of December, so that should be DEC. So let's see, you can see we have DEC right here. So you have the liberty to put any format you want. It's just a lookup table, which I'll give you the link. Anything you just put there, it will format it accordingly, because you can't actually keep all of these formats in your head, right? So it's a lookup table. So guys, this is all for this particular tutorial. If you love this tutorial, make sure you subscribe and also like this video and share with some of your friends who might need this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you right in the next tutorial.